We're back at the Forest Valley Court. Aaron Wiggins. Aaron just got in town. Aaron, what's going on this weekend? Got a big basketball camp happening for the kids. Tell us about it.
Yeah, man, big basketball camp. Just trying to create an opportunity for kids to, learn, grow, have fun, in the middle of the summer, especially before school starts back up. Just give them something I didn't have. So looking forward to just spending time with the kids and, having a good time.
Kind of take me back to where we're at right now. Forest Valley Basketball Court. This is where it all started for you.
Yeah, this is where it all started. I used to basically live out here, sleep, eat. I was out here all day, 10 hours a day sometimes, regardless of the weather. In the rain, I got an umbrella now, but I didn't need an umbrella when I was 12 years old out here. So looks a little different with the new nets and rims and the backboards. I think that changed during COVID, but used to be chain nets.
Oh yeah.
The metal rims and a wooden backboard that was kind of torn apart. So just awesome to be back, man.
What was your favorite goal? Which side of the court you like best?
This was probably my favorite one, just because the ball couldn't roll in the woods.
Yep.
Near as much as it would on the other side, but that's where I really had to get better. Your shot had to be kind of perfect on that end.
And that end too, you get the sun in your face sometimes shooting that end. This end looked better there.
Yeah.
That end was having kind of a lower goal too. I think just a tad lower on the other end.
Maybe a slight bit lower. My first dunk was on this side.
On this side here.
7th grade. Yeah, it was on this side in 7th grade.
Yeah.
It was actually in the middle of the snow. It was like
7th grade.
Yeah. So that was my first dunk. I was 13 maybe.
And all the work happened down here, really. This is where it started.
This is where I really grew. This is where I fell in love with the game and kind of, grew my passion.
Tell me about this. Your dad said people used to come knocking on doors at your house. They knock on the door saying, Aaron, come play ball. You were in 6th or 7th or 8th grade. These adult men, they got games out here. This place is packed with people playing ball. They come get you at the house, get you to come play.
Every Sunday, sometimes Saturdays, and maybe once or twice during the week, Tuesdays. They'd have 8 or 9 guys out here playing pickup, and they'd come knock on the door because they need an extra guy, and I would come out here and I give them the business. It'd be good work. They always showed a lot of love and helped me become better in my journey. So
take me back to Grimsley, your local Grimsley High School playing there. Were you playing for Coach Thomas Griffiths there?
Yep, I was under Coach Griffiths for 3 years. He was a guy that kind of just allowed me to work hard. He would open the gym up early in the mornings before school started. Both he and the rest of the team at the time would get in there. Coach said he's a legend over there.
Coach Coakley,
yeah. Those two guys, they helped me kind of, really grow in that phase of my life.
Were you there that time? I just thought about this today. This kid, Bruce Davis, had like 43 points, like a JV or varsity game, just a crazy night.
He hit like a full court shot, I think, in that same game, maybe.
Yeah,
or was that a different game?
That's it.
Yeah, I remember being there, man. He was an elite football player, also, just an athlete through and through. So. I was around there.
You loved your stop at Grimsley, made the move over to West End. Talk about West End. Did you play for Coach Gatlin over there?
Yeah, played for Coach Gatlin over there. That's where I kind of, really kind of blew up on the scene and gained a bit of, respect as a basketball player. Started getting college offers, and that's where I realized, I had the opportunity to, maybe chase my dream and make it one day.
And you think about all those times put together, that's what made you what you are today. Was there a spot on the court you had your favorite shot? Was there a favorite spot?
That spot right there.
Right here?
That little corner spot on this side of the court.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like I really fell in love with, this whole rim, this whole court, this whole, park, and that's where my memories kind of stand. That was the first shot I would take when I would walk over from the house. It's right there on the corner and shoot a jumper.
It was always important too, maybe if you could, to make that first shot.
Oh yeah, sense of confidence, just a sense of like, how much I love the game, the passion, just would start everything. So.
And you always want to make that last. You never leave a court without making a last shot.
Never leave without making a shot. You got to leave on a good make. So that'd be that same spot too.
Now in the NBA, your job at Oklahoma City Thunder just won the NBA. Have the guys got the rings yet?
No, haven't got the rings yet. I think that'll be something that'll happen on the season opener. Of the 25-26 season, but hopefully we figure out when that whole process begins soon.
How about with the Oklahoma City Thunder? How do you decide which spot to go to? Because sometimes you'll pick a spot and want them to get you the ball at the three-point shot, and sometimes it's outstanding.
Yeah.
Your three-point shot is one of the keys to your game.
Yeah, just being able to kind of move all over the court is something that allows our team to be as good of a team as it is. We have a lot of guys who can kind of pick and choose their spots, and that allows us to be really good. So I've been able to just continue to get better every year and expand the game.
Is there a position on the court now that you like the most for that three-point shot to go?
Every single inch on the three-point line, I think I'm going to hit a jumper there. So not one specifically.
Talk about, if you will, about winning the championship. Here's something I remember, too. I don't know if your dad ever got to see this article or not. They had an article in Oklahoma. It's called the Oklahoma newspaper out of Oklahoma. It said in that paper that day that came out after you guys won the second game, and he got 18 points. It said Aaron Wiggins saves NBA playoffs. Aaron Wiggins saves the NBA, saves Oklahoma City. Did you see the article?
I didn't see that article.
You got to check that out. That
definitely sounds like something that a lot of articles say.
Oh man, that's when I think if you take that probably you're 50 years old.
Yeah,
you look back at that. Oh man, what a memory.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. I mean, that whole Aaron Wiggins saved basketball thing has really gone.
That's what it was. That's part of you started that too.
Yeah.
Kind of as a hashtag.
Started in college.
Yeah. And they took that and they turned that into that headline for the article.
Yeah. It's awesome, man.
How did that start up?
Started in college. I had a big game against Purdue. I think I finished with 15 points, and at the time, they were like a top 3 team in the country, and we ended up beating them at home. And some guy on Twitter, I think, said that I was, I saved basketball, and every single time I have a good game, and from that point forward, it kind of just stuck with me. So. And
then when they put that article in the Oklahoma in that newspaper, I saw it online. I said, man, he saved the NBA. He saved basketball. That's saying a lot right there.
It's awesome, man. It speaks volumes to the fans that we have, and just the support that's been behind me through the years.
Now, your biggest game was that 18-point game, right?
Yeah, big 18-point game in the NBA Finals. I don't know how much better it can get than that.
Man, it's got to be great. Had another double-digit game, too, later.
Yeah, Game 5 had a really big game, and helped us win it again also. So
think about back to the regular season. You had a game in the regular season I saw, because I used to track you a lot online. Go to ESPN.com and type on the NBA spot. You had a 34-point game one night, too, this season, I think.
34,
also.
I had a 35, I had a 41.
Had the 41-point game, too. Wow.
Yeah. It was a really big season, really good season for me. Had a couple nights where I had, the opportunity to really play and I had a big night. So super blessed, man. Just grateful.
Let me ask you this. This is one of those questions. It's not a real long, elaborate, detail, break down type. But what does it mean to win the NBA championship? I mean, you're a world champion.
Yeah. I mean, it puts you in company that many people can't, necessarily, get to. It's something that you can't take for granted. I don't know how to put in the words the feeling, just because of how rare it is, one, to make it to the NBA already, but then to, be successful and have an NBA championship. Man, I'm just blessed to be a part of the organization and the team I'm on, and I mean, it's awesome, especially to have been able to do it for Oklahoma City. I think 18 years now, and that's their first championship, so it's awesome to be a part of. You
go back a few years to Kevin Durant, Westbrook, and Harden, those guys. They were through the top ever, couldn't get it done. You guys got it done. What were the emotions like right after you won it? What were the emotions like then?
Just a burst of emotions, man. It's kind of an unreal feeling of just excitement and joy and understanding the journey from my rookie year up until that point. And I think other guys from, where they started, all the way back to, this court where I am today. So just kind of takes you back through and you kind of reflect on, how long the journey's been and how hard you worked for it.
And you don't want to forget places like this Forest Valley court either. You want to remember this court forever.
Not at all. You want to have this court forever in your heart, something that you remember and you can come back to and just kind of relive those memories.
And you probably can remember too, people will not believe this, but I'm sure you can remember this, because I sure can remember it from a few weeks back in the summer and other summers. Days just like this, right? And you're still out here playing on days just like
here. Yeah, I'd be out here at 7, 8 o'clock at night, raining, couldn't see anything. Sometimes my dad would drive up on the curb and point his lights at the court so I could see, and a lot of one-on-ones between me, my dad, my brothers, 2-on-2s, and then obviously, other guys would come in and we play pickup. So this is where everything started.
And your dad is a tall gentleman too, had a good basketball background. You got your brother Josh, your brother Zach, all those guys came through. I remember you guys here as little kids just running around and start playing basketball, start getting great at basketball.
Yeah.
Talk about, if you will, let's go to the Oklahoma City Thunder team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, just an elite player, a guy who works extremely hard. Best player in the NBA, obviously, and it's for a reason. I've watched him put the work in, and his leadership and his ability to kind of take us to the promised land this year. It's hard to put into words, and something that you have to kind of really see to understand, why he's as good as he is. So don't take for granted being able to play with a talent like that. And our team is, happy to be, around him.
And a guy like him, still like he kind of relished the moment, being that tough moment. He enjoyed it and loved it.
He loves those moments. He loves those moments, and I've seen it through the years. He's continually just grown in those moments, and he's embraced, just kind of stepping up when we need him and being that leader for us at all times.
What about Jalen Williams?
Another guy who kind of is going to continue to kind of develop and grow in his role, or I shouldn't even say role. He's one of those guys that doesn't have a role. You give him the ball and he makes things happen. He's an all-star for a reason. He's a superstar in the NBA, you know, he'll only continue to grow. This was only year 3 for him, so bright future for him, obviously.
What about Wallace?
Wallace, young dude, going to be a hell of a player. This was only his 2nd year, and he was obviously a big contributor to our team. So, I mean, we have a lot of guys, 1 through 18, who really can, you know, go anywhere and be an elite level player in the NBA. So, you know, I don't want to name each and every player.
Oh yeah, I'm just going to some of the key names right now.
1 through 18, those guys are elite. So.
What about Chet Holmgren? Do you think about him? He's like a post point guard.
Yeah. I mean, I think from high school everybody saw the potential that he kind of had, and I think even still he hasn't grown, you know, necessarily into what he's going to be. But you know, like you said, a post point guard. He's got the size to obviously play down low and, you know, play big, and at the same time he can step out to the 3 and kind of create his own shot, and he's got his own handle that he can turn into, you know, creating for other guys also. So
you hit that point about hitting the 3. He can hit that 3 too.
Yeah.
And Hartenstein, just a gritty, tough rebounder and scrappy defender.
He was huge for us this year. I mean, he's a dog. He's got great size, gritty guy in the paint. He's also an elite passer. He just does it all for us. He was huge for us, and, you know, another big contributor to, you know, our championship run.
I'll mention one more guy, and we got to move on. What about Caruso? Caruso, inside, outside, slasher, cutter, everything.
Just a very tenacious player. You know, his tenacity is, you know, one of a kind. Both he and Kaysen and Lou Dort, all of those guys are huge for us just in terms of what they bring to the table.
If you will, tell us again, go back to Forest Valley, back when you were a kid. When you first got out here and started playing, what was it like? Was it serious basketball from day one, or did you kind of get into it more as time went on?
No, it was very just kind of loose at the beginning stages for me. I was just out here kind of freestyling, doing whatever I wanted to, using my imagination, and it grew into, you know, a competitive fire as I started, you know, playing my brothers, playing my dad, and then, you know, the big older guys would come out here and play pickup, and you know, it was a journey, but the beginning stages was just my imagination. It was me imagining myself hitting game winner and buzzer beaters, being in tough situations, and, you know, obviously counting down in your head 3, 2, 1 step backs and stuff like that, and from there just kind of continually grew.
When did the light go off in your head? You said, I think I can do this. I'm going places this game. When did you begin to say, I've got goals, I'm going to make some things happen?
I saw it in middle school, maybe my 7th or 8th grade year. I think I saw that, you know, I really loved the game, and you know, I thought that I had what it takes to kind of, you know, continue to grow at the next level also. And then when I got to high school, maybe my junior years, when I realized that, you know, I thought I was better than a lot of my peers, and I thought that, you know, my passion for the game wasn't going to fail me because of how hard I was willing to work. And it continued to grow, and I continued to have success, and every move after that was strategic, but it ended up working out for me.
Seems it comes down to a couple of things. It's always about being in the right role, the right position, and the right system. Your dad always said, he told us, it's the right system. Oklahoma City's in the right system for you and the entire team. That system fits. It's been a great fit.
Without a doubt, been a great fit. Not anything that I take for granted. Like I said, I'm blessed to be a part of that situation and that organization. The team is, you know, a unique team to be a part of because of the chemistry and the lack of selfishness that kind of exists, which is rare for NBA teams, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it. Don't take it for granted at all.
I want to congratulate you on a great season, a great championship, world champs, and most importantly, congratulate you for being part of Forest Valley, the outdoor court. Keep it going over the years. You look back at Forest Valley, anybody you looked at when you were a kid growing up, it kind of set the tone for you. You said, hey, that guy's kind of a good inspiration. Anybody inspired you down here?
A couple of specific names: Charlie Jones, Brian Doss.
Oh, man, great people. I was with those guys, yeah.
Even Andy Pack, he was out here when I used to play with him.
Andy Pack, yeah, those used to get Northern Guilford.
Yeah, those are some of the guys who, you know, I was really close with. James Simmons was another guy. Those guys, you know, they were my neighborhood friends. Those were guys that, you know, I spent time with. We would come out here, we'd play all the time, and they contributed to my journey and my success today.
You brought up some great names today. Charlie Jones, one of the best friends of DJ Reader, and Brian Doss, his dad. Mr. Ross, Doss, done those guys for years.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Keep up the good work. You made your family proud. Your mom, your dad, your brothers and sisters. Everybody's behind you all the way. Aaron Wiggins, just getting started. Many good years to come.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you.